Hey everybody, how's it going? Stoner Dave here, and I was working on that guitar amplifier that I'd promised I was going to finish up with you. Had a little bit of an issue though. I started getting clipping on my output around about 300 millivolts on my input, meaning that the gain is too high for me to use this setup without making a few alterations. Not a really big deal. I can always deal with that, but I wouldn't be able to do that in time to do the follow-up that I'd promised to do. Now, I already realized that the people that are watching this video, they've no idea how design works or anything like that. But let's just say I'm going to have to go back and reconfigure the gain structure so that we can make something that's got a little bit less gain, or we're going to have to increase the power supply. Now, the current setup I'm looking for is I'm looking at getting a 10-watt amplifier. Now, the power amp that I have for this requires about 18 to 30 volts to be able to output that 10 watts. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to deal with that. I was looking at using a wall supply. Unfortunately, the center tap transformer that I have, the output's not putting out output. So apparently there's some break in the line there, so it's preventing it from doing the output like it's supposed to. Would have been perfect though, because it was a 10-to-1 step down, which is basically what you would need to output the voltage required to get that level. The other transformer I have to do some alterations to it to make it a center tap, which is going to take a little bit of work, but you know, we're not above doing work here. So instead of working on the amplifier, we're going to go ahead and build a theremin device. Now, if you're not familiar with what a theremin is, it's a type of synthesizer that you control with the placement of your hand above it. I'm going to do this using a Atari Punk console setup, which takes two 555 timers, one of them in A-stable, one of them in bi-stable, and feed them into each other, and then the output will drive the frequency. Now, to set this up, I'm going to use light-dependent resistors. They will set the tone. There's going to be a potentiometer involved as well, which will be there to set the range of frequencies. So we'll have hand control and a little bit of control through the potentiometer. You'll see how it works in just a moment here. But instead of talking about it, why don't we just get down to building? All right, while I'm putting this together, I just want to stop it here in the middle here to talk a little bit about this component right here. This is a light-dependent resistor. What it is essentially, it's got semiconductors inside here that change resistance depending on the amount of light that's shining on them. So by putting my hand over it, I change the amount of light that's getting to it, and the more I move my hand up and down, the more light is either available to hit it or not hit it, changing the resistance. And the way this is set up, it's going to change the tone that's going to be coming out of it. So I just want to talk a little bit about that because it is such a cool thing. so I have it all put together. It's working really good. I think I can do a little bit of tweaking to make it work a little bit better. But let's go ahead and take a listen to what we got so far. Now what I'm going to do, so that we can make this work even better, or hopefully work better, is I'm going to try swapping the potentiometer that I have in place here, the 100K, with another light dependent resistor. I believe I have another one in here somewhere. Yep, there we go, right there. So let's see. Yeah, we got So I should be able to just put this. I'm thinking just put it in parallel with this right here. This section of the resistance. Here. Put this somewhere around the mid. There. Power on. So, let y'all see exactly what I've got set up here. I'll go ahead and change the camera view for you. All right, so here's the circuit all set up here. It's very basic, you know, we got 255 timers. You have this potentiometer with the light dependent resistor in parallel with the second half of it there. So we don't have to turn that to change it, although we can. And of course we have the other light dependent resistor right here. So Let's go ahead and see what happens. I hooked up a little switch here so we can turn it off and on whenever we want to. And you can see we can also So as you can see, I'm able to get a wide variety of different tones without having to use the potentiometer much at all. I can set a range of tones with the potentiometer, but most of the control just comes from slight movements of the hand. Y'all think that guitar amplifiers are cool. Peace out.